Hello, everyone. It's February 22, 2021, and you're watching me, Nikki, also known as Faces Trader, and you're watching the Awesome10X Global Market Update. Let's begin. Okay, it's a Monday. So, does any of you know the application of blockchain? Blockchain technologies, in my view, seem to be still left out. It seems that the market has been running up a lot of your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your miners, but not a lot actually is acknowledging that a lot of the fintech is actually powered up by your blockchain networks. So for those who don't know what an image of blockchain is, we're going to go through some images here. This is an image of a blockchain. Somebody requests a transaction. The transaction is broadcasted to a peer-to-peer network consisting of computers known as nodes. It's going to be validated. The user's transaction status will be used knowing algorithms. A verified transaction can involve a cryptocurrency contract, records, or other information. And once verified, this transaction is combined with other transactions to create a new block of data for the ledger. So the new block is then added to the existing blockchain in a way that is permanent and unalterable, and the transaction is complete. So in effect, the cryptocurrency token really has no intrinsic value in that it's not redeemable for another commodity such as gold. It's got no physical form that exists only in the network, and its supply is not determined by a central bank, and the network is completely decentralized. So this is exactly what blockchain technology is. Smart contracts is just another term commonly used to characterize a blockchain technology. It's a computer protocol aiming to allow the secured and facilitated performance of contracts without the involvement of third parties, thus reducing the transaction costs associated with contracting. So the very prototypic application of this idea is a real-world vending machine, which automatically provides users with a finite item of goods such as drinks, snacks, stamps, and tickets, only after it has received certain data on their specific choices and values. As with the case of vending machines, smart contracts enable the automatic execution of various contracts involving the transfer of financial values and properties. Example, an option contract executing itself only when certain triggering events in terms of date and price are hit according to its specific terms. Okay, so let's take a look at some companies that are using blockchain technologies, particularly example 9F. So 9F, aka JFU stock, 6 things to know about this Chinese financial services play. So who is JF? Who is JFU? 9F is a financial company offering a variety of services to Southeast Asian countries, including fintech, online wealth management, tech services, e-commerce, overseas expansion services. They're headquartered in Beijing, China, and they employed 1,978 people. They got founded in 2006. That would be about 15 years ago, joining the markets only 2 years ago, August 2019. It's led by Lei Liu, who serves as their CEO and Chief Risk Officer. Other people is Lei's son, as well as CFO, Director, and CEO Business, Anton Lin. Okay, let's take a look at this 9F, aka JFU. JFU stock news. So 9F has been around 2019. Before, it was trading at about $10, fell down all the way to as low as $1.30, and right now it's trading at about $2.75. You could see that this is trading still 80% below its highs, and my market cap is just trading at $530 million. Subsidiaries, you've got 9F Wealth Management Limited, you've got 9F Bank, you've got the Jufu Financial Information. So let's try to understand whether is this company worth your time. So let's take a look at the list of subsidiaries of JFU, Tufu Wukong Technology. So let's try to understand everything inside JFU, aka 9F company. It says here that there's a 9F bank. Yeah, let's try to understand. So 9F is a company providing financial services through the mobile internet with big data risk control technologies. You can apply for loans online. They're using financial services, AI, fintech platforms. So it is in Beijing, China. So let's take a look. How many employees does it really have? Is it 1,000? Is it 30 employees? Revenue-wise, summary here, it says here that in 2018, Online wealth management product revenue here is about 8.5%. They can loan, which is 88%, and then very small income. Yeah, so far here it says that 2 billion renminbi is their income with about $5 billion in cash. Well, this is 2018. So if these are all true, 2018, now it's 2021, then we can argue that, hey, there's a lot of interesting this company seems to be in a position to actually benefit, especially with fintech now getting more limelight with blockchain. Now, because chances are blockchain controls protocols are being handled by JFU. So I think like a lot of people are interested with crypto, but yeah, we'll discuss some blockchain stocks today. Wait up, but let's just go to 9F Bank, all of their Crunchbase. Yeah, let's go to their website. So English, please. Okay. On August 15, it got listed on the NASDAQ. Google translates. Says here there's a Tufu charity, group home, poly discount, wealth management. So they've got Tufu Wallet, Goku, digital finance, Wonka, consumption installment, digital technology. They've got Tufu Super, 13 years of accumulation or founding basically. Fintech, they've got Hoyen, credit investigation, Raybon ratings, multi-directional risk monitoring. Innovative experience, user first, multifaceted and deep interaction, and they've got technology grade protection, 3-level filing enterprise. Group news, China will become the largest consumer goods market, and Tufu will use the new technology to fully promote the new consumption. Fintech has entered an accelerated peak period, and Tufu continues to make efforts to power the B-end digital. Demand side reforms point to consumption, to money, to focus on consumption upgrades, and a false report on the so-called changes in Tufu data group equity. Take a look at some things written to them. Top 10 Internet Financial Innovation Company Award, Hurun Financial Standing, Consumer Finance Enterprise Awards, Mutual Gold Industry Innovative Value Awards, Seymour Innovative Brand Layout, to money. Chufu's group owns Sound Financial Life Weekly program. It's all in Chinese Mandarin, so I can't understand much. But so they have that. They have a financial weekly program. So let's see. Himalaya. Okay, domestic voice financial life weekly program. TA's album. Upload. Let's try to understand. Can't afford the iPhone price rise. Open. Reject Buddha Financial Management. Teach you how to become a 24K pure to money. What strategy of Yanxi plays? Learn our skills to make your wallet. It looks to me something like it looks like a little bit of they're trying to do a SoFi. So I don't know. It looks a little like that. JFU news. So JFU News, is the stock worthy of an investment? Why 9F stock soared today? So Finviz, let's go to finviz.com. Chart-wise, guys, I see that this has been on an uptrend since $2. So if I'm just gonna tell you chart-wise, let's go to Trading View, Finviz, JFU. You'll notice that a huge volume happened here at $2, meaning after consolidating for over about since July all the way. So we're talking about July 2020. You've got a clear breakout here at 2 to 2.5. And today's price of 275 looks to go, if we're gonna hit a technical resistance, is gonna be until $5 at the very least. So your reward is something in the realm of about 100% with your risk situated about 20 to 30%. It looks like $2 is a very clear support. And the market cap is $500 million. Let's take a look at whether they do have some cash. Look at this. Their cash per share alone is $3. So they've got you've got a company that you can just buy all through their cash. So even if you're paying at 275, this is loaded with cash. Now, other than that, let's take a look at other news. Okay, what's this? News. So news here. All of these lawsuits are just like shareholder alerts. Like every lawyer, every legal entity in the US is always allowing anyone to remind the investors to sue them. If you have any allegations that you want to sue them, then you could. I'm trying to find news on them here. According to the filings here, at the very least, this is their annual report. I want to see the quarterly in 2020. So in 2020, they were able to loan revenues of about 848. I'd say this is 848 million renminbi. So this is in yuan. And then here they're saying their operating income is what? Okay, so total operating expense was 1,652. So they lost 800 million or about $100 million. So they're saying that they lost some money last year quarterly. Let's try to understand their mutual funds and various platforms. It says here that they've got an online wealth management product such as fixed income, stocks, insurance, mutual funds to investors in various platforms, including Wukong Likai, 9F Wallet, and 9F Puhui. Company also providing payment facilitation to pay credit card bills. So it really sounds, for the Filipinos out there, it sounds like a GCash. It sounds like Ant Financial in China. So I guess it is similar in nature. So I need to understand more. 9F Group. Wukong, what's that? Wukong Li Kai. Okay, so they've got, it says here, 9F Fintech, also in Vietnam. Thrifty Millionaire. Trying to understand these fintech firms. So of course, we're aware already of WeChat Wallet, Alipay, JD Finance. Looks like 9F is number 4, but it's just trading at about $300 million. It's just trading at about $500 million. Independent firm 9F versus, of course, the rest. So let's try to understand what we're witnessing. Of course, there's a digital revolution. It is a leading digital financial account platform integrating personalizing financial services in China. So it's a consumer finance platform. It's not the only one, but I think it's one of the companies that nobody is looking at versus, of course, WeChat and Alibaba. Everybody looks at that. Similarly, you could see that the fixed income investment volume, 9F looks to be number 1 versus Weitai, PPDai, Yurendai, Rendentai, Tuantai, FinUp, Yuli. Let's try to understand more. Billion-dollar Chinese fintech exits. So these are some Chinese fintechs out there. Trying to understand this company. Take a look at the timeline. So CB Insights, visualizing the 15 China-based, so this is a 2019 article, that have had exit value at $1 billion or more from just the 2 Xiaomen Financial to One Connect OCFT $3.7 billion IPO. So these are the billion-dollar Chinese fintech companies at the time of the exit. So let's try to see it. You've got Chong'an Insurance, $11 billion. Chitien is QD. It exited at $8 billion. Lexin, 1.5, 3.9, 1.3. These are all 2018. So you're seeing that One Connect, 3.7, OCFT. 9F was $1.8 billion. And of course, Tiger, we talked about Futu and Tiger. So far, these brokerage firms, I took a study on these because I made a lot of money on Futu. And Awesome10X made a lot of money on Futu and Tiger. And I figured, if we're making on the brokerage firms of China, perhaps the other fintech firms are worth a look. And I'm taking a look at this one, perhaps this 9F Bank, which is JFU. I haven't studied OCFT, but looks like it's all in the same. It's all the same sector. And then of course Chitien. So let me show to you the share movements of these names. I'll be very honest. The reason why I took a look at these fintech firms was because primarily I had Futu. I saw Futu Tiger. strong moves, right? So felt that if this is doing so well, we got in about $30. Some even added at $40 because we're, it's like 6x for some of us, 5x for some of us. Figured that there's a leeway for other companies in the same sectors, even if it's not exactly the same, to also benefit. So look at this, Chitien is now trading from about $1 to as high as $3. So we're going to take a look at some Chinese fintech firms. Chinese fintech firms have been on a rise. Take a look at this. Since January, December, rose from about $1 all the way to about 370, 380. From a charting perspective alone, you could see that these are already trading at momentum. So you've got 280 actually as a strong support. But more often than not, these momentum moves do not just simply warrant just a 100% move. Perhaps when you take a look at their fundamentals, you might see them actually go 3x or 5x in return. So this is Chitien. Chitien, we're gonna read the Wikipedia, but if I think that there is justification for these to rise, like Chitien. Those who have QD, $2, $3. Your first resistance right now, guys, is somewhere in the realm of about $5 or even as high as $8. And then sky's the limit if these actually get a better return, no? So let's try to see, are these movements actually a reversal that's going to give us about a 10x move? Chitien. How do you read this? Chitien. Chitien is a Chinese, so Chitien. It's a Chinese fintech company enhancing online consumer finance in China, founded in 2014 in an online small consumer credit provider and is headquartered in Xiamen. So it's in Emeng. All right. So, and then of course you've got Lufax. Yeah, these are all competition. You could see that even Google acknowledged that these are all competition for Ant Group, SoFi. Of course, JD has the same, Cabbage. Yeah. So same line of business, and perhaps just $500 million. These Chinese fintech exits might actually be presenting to us a valuation that is compelling. Chitien, exploring childhood education. Let's take a look. Chinese fintech. What's happening on this Chitien.com? I'll go to the website, Wikipedia. IPO on the New York Stock Exchange, founded by entrepreneur Luo Min. They raised $900 million during IPO to about $25. And so $25, and we're here buying it at about $3. So we're buying it 90% discount from IPO. So I think that these Chinese fintechs might actually give us a run, like a huge run. Take note that the company is also exploring online learning as it's moving into a safe, secure, and online environment. Alibaba Financial is even an early backer of Chitien and taking profits in their investment. However, companies still continue this program. In fact, they launched One Limu. This is a new luxury e-tailer. I suppose this is something like a Farfetch of China. So the luxury e-tailer is One Limu. Chitien is a pioneer in the Chinese market, and its stock is so some people feel that it's going to reach as high as $9 or something. Chitien raises $900 million in the US listing. This is about 3 years ago. Chitien relocates, leaves the company. So let's go to the website as well. So here's a Reuters article. Online microcredit provider, so it's not microfinancing, right? Chitien raised about $900 million before, and then backed by Alibaba and Financial, becoming profitable that year to help workers buy laptops, smartphones, monthly installments. It sounds like, all the Chinese, these fintech firms sounds a little bit like, in my view, well, it's not similar, but it has a business model a little bit similar to Square and Affirm. So, and because Square and Affirm, to me, I like them, but it's expensive, so people who are trying to find fintech alternatives that are still in the cheap zone, I think like some Chinese fintech might actually present more due diligence, more DD is needed, more due diligence. So you've got a lot of startups, including Singapore. Yeah, so of course, C Limited was a company that we like a lot. From about $10, it rose as high as $280. So there is money to be made if you're actually looking for some alternatives, if you do some due diligence. 2020, let's read this. So Chinese fintech Chitien is exploring childhood education business after China crackdown on the micro-lending sector. All right, so maybe that's the reason why it went 90% down, because of the crackdown on micro-lending. Established tech platform improving the online consumer finance experience for Chinese consumers recently updated their financial results. They noted that the total number of users are now 80 million, and the number of outstanding borrowers is decreased to about 18% to 4 million as a result of the conservative prudent strategy. So perhaps they felt that because they were doing microfinancing, that some of these loans might not be able to be paid back by some of these 80 million consumers, and they tried to be prudent about it. So it says here that their loan book business is now 6.4 billion yuan, or about $980 million. And then they're saying here that in the third quarter, we maintained a prudent approach to the operation of our cash credit business regarding online lending. We are also focused on protecting our net assets, continuing to implement stringent credit approval standards. In order to navigate the dynamic operating environment, our loan book is now 5 billion yuan and representing an increase of about 20%. Luo added the company is seeing meaningful improvement across its delinquency metrics when compared to the first half of this year. Okay, so in light of the macroeconomic cycles and uncertainties throughout this year, we believe that we made upholding stringent requirements for credit applications. We continue to make efforts to explore new business avenues and investment opportunities, including but not limited to early childhood education. So founded by experienced businessman Luo Min, Chitien mainly operated as a consumer credit firm. So I guess the reason why they're doing a diversified business is Luo Min, Chitien, because of the big loan books. So Luo Min is the chairman and CEO of Chitien. He is in the Forbes as well. So let's try to understand. So top 10 fintech leaders. Fintech is, of course, lending money. So perhaps the reason why people are afraid is because what if these lending out does not get, how to say this? What if you didn't get it back, right? So let's read their presentation here. So they're using, of course, AI, some blockchain involved there. Overview of the credit business. So for QD, which is a microfinancing firm, think of it like a microfinancing arm. Actually, that's what Square does, or Ant Financial. They lend money. Open platform, total amount of transactions decreased by 30%. Outstanding loans are there. You've got 1 million outstanding borrowers from about 3.8 million here, this 3Q 2020. The average loan tenure is about 6 months, 7 months. I still think, guys, that these are the modern banks of the world. So I don't, and at $500 million each market cap, I think that the COVID is actually an opportunity for us to buy some Chinese fintechs. Regulatory tightening and COVID-19 caused this challenging operating environment. The delinquency rate for new transactions after the rule implementation is less than 10%. So the delinquency rate is perhaps the reason why it fell 90%, the stock. But the credit performance here tells you that delinquency rate is just less than 10, only including current receivables at risk, charge-offs by vintage. So they're like a bank, guys. At the end of the day, all the banks also suffered. You've seen like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. These banks in the US fell down because of delinquency rates or potential credit risks. Now, of course, even from a fintech firm, because they're like a pseudo bank, those are the receivables at risk. The current receivables at risk are just 100 over 1,000. And then for illustration purposes, the delinquency rate is just here versus what people think is about 800 to 1,000. Chitien's financials, let's take a look. Okay, they said here that transaction service fee and other related income is here. You've got loan facilitation, sales income, penalty fee, and then financing income. A bulk of their revenues is still really about financing. They're lending, money lending. So you can borrow money from them and they lend it out. So yeah, they're a bank. At the end of the day, I see this as a bank. This is the modern bank of the US and the Chinese. So of course, Chitien is China. Chitien, actually, let's try to understand what this Chinese word means. Chitien meaning, translate in English. English translation is fault in Chinese. Chitien. See. What is the meaning of Chitien? Chitien, starting point. Okay, starting point. Okay, so it's a starting point. So it's like for people to start their businesses, starting point, Chitien. Okay, I understand now, Chitien. Shareholding structure, you've got Minluo. You've got these Cayman Island public shareholders is 68%. You've got some management and employees, some Hong Kong. Okay, got it. Let's take a look at their receivables in 2020, because that's gonna be the receivables, the loans, right? That's how big that you have to take a look at. Loan income, transaction, sales commission fee, total. Okay, cost of so I need to see the balance sheet. It's in the balance sheet, like all the banks are. We have to take a look at all the banks. Take a look at how much did they loan out. Total assets, total liabilities is about 2 billion yuan. So this is really the short-term borrowings. Oh wait, I need to see the loan receivables. This short-term loan receivables is 4.6. So I think this is what this is the bigger receivable that you have to take a look at. From 5.7 to 4.6. Take note that they've lessened their lease receivables. So yeah. Like I think for a bank, it's just really the bigger risk is really just the receivables, the loan receivables. So top 10 fintech leaders. Let's take a look. Okay, Chitien. So this is him. Chitien came to attention in 2017. He got backed up. Okay, got it. Think like these guys are just having a cyclical slump today, but it's gonna recover eventually. So QD from $1 to $3 should be fine. Let's take a look at the chart per se. QD says here that they started at 25. You can see that this stock even rose from $35 before. So 25 IPO rose to 35, fell down to about 14, all the way in the last 3 years, falling to about $1. So this is just us buying it at 90% discount. So of course, the risk is that $3 never goes up to 15. But in my view, guys, I think that this is already an uptrend. So you've got those who got in at about $1, congrats. Those who got in at $2, another congrats. But I think 1, 2, 3, these are all great entry opportunities. And then your targets would be about 7 to 10. That's QD. Lufax should be in the same category. Also Fintech. Lufax. This is also a Chinese company. Take a look at this. Lufax. Wikipedia. Lufax is also a Chinese company, an online internet finance marketplace headquartered in Shanghai, an associate of China's Ping An Group. So for those who aren't aware who Ping An is actually 2318 Ping An Insurance. So it's one of the bigger company insurance firms in China. 2318 Ping An. So Lufax is a subsidiary. So Lufax. Let's try to understand more about the business. Wikipedia. Lufax Holdings Limited. NYSE Lu. So they got listed. It is a bright spot among battered digital lender stocks. Why don't we read this? Lufax is planning an international push as the US IPO gets off to a rocky start. Says here that it's a peer-to-peer loan that's worth about $2.5 billion, arranging more than 200,000 of that, collecting a 4% fee on each loan. Platform makes money just by matching borrowers with investors. So they don't really carry any risk. They're just selling the loans specifically to insurance companies. Okay, they're riding the internet finance boom. Most important, Chinese peer-to-peer lending companies. Okay, 3 reasons to buy China. Okay, let's see. So these are really just banks, guys. Lufax. There's a fintech company powering personal financial services platform in China and an associate of Ping An Insurance. Operates in multiple businesses, including wealth management, retail credit facilitation, operating through a hub and spoke business model, combining financial DNA, finance, advanced technology, integrating online and offline for a more digitalized world. Wealth management, dedicated to providing diverse products. Their wealth platform is already 378 billion yuan. They've got 13 million active investors. And then they facilitated already a lot. So approximately the total balance of loans reached 535 billion yuan to approximately 14 million borrowers. So what's their positioning? Their technology-empowered personal fintech platform. The positioning is use the data-driven AI. So it's like Alipay, it's like Ant Financial. Wealth management hub, they're saying it's also AI-enabled. So when they say they're AI-enabled, I think, guys, that of course they're using a lot of blockchain. So here you could see that they said over 15 years of proprietary credit data, offline to online channels, full range of products, suitable selling on the blockchain, access to Ping An ecosystem. These are their member companies, Lu.com, Ping An Puhui. Why am I talking about these things? These are the chairman. I do think, guys, that when it comes to fintech, I believe that China is more advanced than US. Like if you take a look at Alipay, WePay, WeChat Pay, it's more advanced than Apple Pay. And actually right now in US, we gave a free Friday class pick last Friday, which is the Soro Enterprises. You've got Humble Pay going inside, which is actually more of a huge leg up from your PayPal and your Square. So I think like there's a lot of companies that is gonna disrupt your incumbents today. Of course, they serve different markets in the realm of the Tesoro, aka Humble. They're operating in Mexico. They're operating in India. They're operating in companies like Southeast Asia, yeah, and India and Latin America. So Brazil. So I think like they said about more than 40 countries. So shortlisted example. Lufax was shortlisted in China's Fintech 50 ranking. In 2020, they won blockchain-based transformation for cybersecurity from the IFTA. They were ranked as number 19 on most valuable Chinese brands list, Chinese Fintech Pioneer list, top financial list as financial institution of the year, partnered with a lot, 50 plus funding partners, 400 plus product providers, staff training, creation camp, staff union, world-leading tech-powered retail financial firm. So here's Lu. Let's take a look at Lufax. Lu just got listed 2020. So this is 12. It's now trading at 16. This is Lufax. See an uptrend here. How much is the market cap of Lu today? Let's see. Lu, L-U. So JFU and JFin. Lu is queued me, yeah. Lu is about, wow, this is a $39 billion company. So I guess some people might want a smaller one. They might prefer the $500 million companies. But yun, just telling you that these companies are presenting to us the vision of the future, on what fintech truly means, on what blockchain applications truly means. Increasing connectivity, technological penetration, in revolutionizing the way that people should handle their money. Artificial intelligence, machine learning is penetrating the fintech market. Companies like Ant Financial, PayPal, and Oscar are dominating the fintech industry. So you've got Tala, which is still private. You've got Braintree, which is still private. Avant, which is a fintech company, also private. Oscar Health Insurance, still private. Social Finance. So you got this, SoFi. SoFi got listed through IPOE. So we like IPOE as well. It has been partnering up with Coinbase. Coinbase is going to go list as well. Yes. Morningstar. Klarna is already listed. As far as I know, Klarna is listed in Sweden. Oh, wait. I think like there is a rumor that Klarna is gonna get into a SPAC called Avan. So I'm not sure if that rumor is correct, but we have Avan because we do like Klarna. So you'll see that these are companies that are in like here. I'm not even sure about New Zealand. New Zealand has Xero, XRO. Let's have to see. Like I'm interested to know what's happening in the other countries. XRO. Zero. So of course, zero or a zero. What do you call it? Zero or zero? Okay, so zero has already gone from about $50 all the way to about $150. Now it's trading perhaps at $120. But since listing, zero has been on a run up from about $10. So it was a 10x move indeed from IPO. Very strong moves there. Congrats to those who have zero. But at least like you know what's happening. Like the fintech space is really in a strong uptrend secular wave. So even from a charting perspective, you could see that there's a strong support right now on zero. This is in Australia. Strong support at about $100. If we're gonna be nitpicky with our charting perspectives. But of course, like I need to study the fundamentals. Okay lang, it's okay. So 100 to 120. Speaking of which, 9923 Yeka, of course, is the square of China. Just wanted you to know what's happening worldwide. So 9923, I think, is also in a strong move. Like from 40, it's already gone to 120. Any drops back to about 80 to 90 should be an entry opportunity, even at 190, even at 98 today. So I think like you have to understand that yes, there will be resistances, perhaps resistance about 140, 120, but should be a good range action from about 80 or I don't know. It's probably not even a range, just like an uptrend. Okay. Yeah, so we'll see. I hope you learned something. Now, let me go back to the internet comments, if any. All right. Hi, Nikki. eToro cannot be copied yet due to your high-risk score. Do you plan to enter into less volatile positions in the future? Because right now, like there's so many. I don't really look too much on the risk. You can just copy it straight, right? I bought some Neo. Which sorry, not that Neo USD. So because like in eToro you can have some crypto. So I think like you could clearly see some cryptocurrencies, of course, rising. You've got your BTCs rising, very strong movements. This is my eToro. He asked about it. I have some wrong picks. Yeah, I have some wrong companies here, which I'll probably dispose in the next couple of days. This like you can just copy straight, right? Neo is right now okay. BTC, Palantir I got in. Yes, some Transenterix is medical. I like that. SunPower, I might trade it from about 36 all the way to about 45. Unity, I like it. Nano Dimension, 3D printing. Vestas, I like it. Hasi is also my sustainable energy. So my sustainable energy picks are still quite laggards. And for GME and Nokia, I'm down there. I'm down here. These are my meme stocks. Meme stocks are, you know, like, I know that it's not really for money making, but it's more of just a solid message with the Reddit community. So it's just really about that. So actually, this is just perhaps a trading range. Like I don't see it going down to $6. So I mean, yeah, we got in before $4 to $6 to $7, but I don't think like GME is gonna go to $6. At the very least, my downside I think is about $20. And then my upside could be as high as $60 or even $80 or $100. So I think like the meme stocks are, of course, this is about the Roaring Kitty allegations that they manipulated it. Sure, I don't believe that GME is worth anything above $100. In fact, it's probably not worth $100 or even $50. But I think like the float is very low and people will short squeeze this over time. So anyway, it's just a small, I mean, because what you see here in eToro does not really represent my it's not really my this is not really my net worth. Like I do have a bigger position in IBKR, so sometimes like my picks here, I like Nokia, and I know that it's down right now, but 5G I'm okay with that. I don't know if you want to copy my ideas, you can. So just copy my ideas. Of course, hopefully you understand why I have them. Okay, what do you think of Ebon? I like Ebon. So I mentioned about Ebon and Keenan as a blockchain place. In fact, I'd say that, I'm not sure if I told you guys that I like some Canadian blockchain firms like CryptoStar and Bitfarms. Yes, I think like before I thought 25 cents was a resistance, but with blockchain doing so well, I guess like profit taking is not even supposed to be an option right now. Like you just ride and trail all the way. So I think like some people might think that they're late. But I think like there are some companies that are still not too late. Like I think even if Bitfarms already rose from about 70 cents to about $8, that's a 10x move here. Look closely, try to understand. Bitfarms is the largest public publicly listed firm, bigger than Bitmain. I'd say that some blockchain miners, some Bitcoin miners are actually in a position to not just 10x, but perhaps 20x your money. So of course, 20x is if you started low, but I think that the trend is still your friend for these names. So of Ebon and Canaan, they should do continuously well. So I kind of underestimated. I think, like, of course, I thought $11 was a resistance. I should see this go up again. Like, I think like Ebon. So we got in right at about $6 all the way to $5. Some of us sold at 11, but I think, or some even sold at 7. But I think that eventually these should rise. Like E-bond should go as high as $20. Like, I don't think that these are ending. Another 100% would still continue to be warranted. So E-bond, who's E-bond? E-bond is a cryptocurrency exchange and also a miner. And of course, Canaan continued higher. Canaan, I thought selling 22 was right, but yeah. So I think like selling is probably not the right option. Perhaps not. Yeah, it can go 28 or even 30. For those who have Canaan, when we entered at about $6 below, like I remember buying somewhere here about $6 below, $5 area. I think that even if you're up a lot, might not be the right thing to be unloading. Like, you might just want to ride all the way. Arc bought into Vuzi. Yay, congrats. Yeah, so we officially made nearly 10x on Vuzi. We got in on Vuzi since about $2.60. So far, it's now $21. I think after hours it was about 21. Should be okay. Vuzi, Copen, Aman, all these wearables should continue to be well. HiMac should do well. Made a buy call here. For the Taiwan company, actually, I'm not sure if people did people buy Epistar in the Epistar data. There's a Taiwan company that also does these wearables. Name? I think I have it here. Investing.com. Wait up. When I was looking at it, I remember it was in the realm of about $40 below. Wait, let me search. Epistar Taiwan. What's the name of this stock? 2448. Is this it? Epistar Corp 2448. So the problem with me is that I couldn't access Taiwan stocks. So I mean, wait, Epistar Corp. Yeah, I can't find it. All right, I was studying wearables last year. That's why I'm aware of the micro LEDs, LEDs. Reverse takeover of Epistar and Lexstar. All right, let's read this. So how can I buy this? It says where? EnoStar. So I need to buy what? EnoStar. That's the name. Epistar and Lexstar has agreed to merge into EnoStar. Okay, so you'll receive la 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 la. Okay, so it's like a Huya Doyu merger. Okay, what's the name? EnoStar. EnoStar 3714. Let's see whether I'm right. Has it rise? Yeah, so I mean, I'm not sure if this is the same company that I was looking at before. So far. But you know what? Like it just listed it. So 2021 from about 17. Maybe take a look. But yeah, I'm of the opinion that we should be making some money. Yeah. All right. On air cushion, maybe, meaning, I'm not sure what air cushion you mean. I don't know. What do you think about EVs, XPeng and RC Moto? I continue to like both of them. So XPeng is going to report earnings this March. I would think that this opportunity is a buy, 40 to 36. Any drop is an opportunity for XPeng. RC Moto, I continue to like it. So even if it fell from about 35 to 21, take note that we've been a bull on RC Moto since 5 to 7, added more at 13 below. Actually, right now at 21 to 23, I'm still willing to buy because I think that this company is worth $40 to $100 in the next couple of years. So I'm a believer of Mark Fronmayer. I like the company. eToro doesn't allow copying investors with risks worth above 8. Well, you can just copy me manually. Hi, Nikki. Your opinion on Canaan? Thank you. All right, Canaan. Same thing. Like I think right now, crypto is just so explosive that like all these crypto related assets in the US, So I'm more of the opinion that there's still leeway for it to go up. Take note that example, well, I think I was even wrong because I was already telling people to trim, and then I realized, oh, maybe we shouldn't trim, just perhaps continue to hold. Huobi I thought was about resistance already at 28. Sure, today it's resistance 28 to 25. Um, uh, I'd say that sure they could fall for all the crypto related stocks. I'd say that there is a perhaps resistance another 50 to 100%, but it's also possible that people will just buy in. Like example, this is Northern Data. This is a Bitcoin miner as well in Germany. I have a position. It hasn't tripled or quadrupled, despite the fact that they own like a large stake on BTC. So it's very simple. Most of these crypto miners have a cost of about $7,000. And right now you've seen how crypto is like $56,000. So if you have like 1,000 Bitcoins, the majority of these 1,000 Bitcoin billionaires are actually these crypto miners. The biggest billionaire are these crypto miners. If you're gonna ask me, aside from of course the Winklevi twins and so forth, should I sell my run? Well, Sunrun, in my view, is already in the peak mode. Like in my view, all of these solars are already topish. So we gave actually a pigs get slaughtered recommendation on Sunrun. We felt that 87 above was already a pig slaughterhouse. We were proven right, but nonetheless, we do think that it's not going to go back below 60 or 50. Or if it does, like I think Sunrun here below 60 is going to be more of an opportunity to buy. So I'm not sure about the allocation or exposure, but I wouldn't be so worried about it. What's the strongest stock in your portfolio? The strongest would be Copen. What's the Copen and Magnite and Futu, and well, actually there's a lot of great wins. Danimer Scientific. Um, Roku was so strong. I had to trim some. It really depends because I started in the US since 2019 only. Like, I mean, I could have started earlier, but yeah, I started only January 2019 with US. What's the weakest stock in your current portfolio? My weakest stock in the US would be I wouldn't consider it weak. Because I like it. Actually, I like the fact that it dropped. I'm starting a position with American Battery Metals, ABML. This is a pink sheet stock. I want to buy this all the way down to $2 if I could, no. So it fell recently. I started nibbling at about three because I was a little bit late. To be honest, I mean, if I entered at 20 cents or 50 cents, I'd be happy. But so usually I study that. I think that it's gonna go higher in the long run. So I got in quite late already at 380, and I'm entering at 320. So I'm okay. Like it's 380 down to 320. It's about 20% down. But I'm okay with this. Like I'm just nibbling. I'm just starting my position to American what's this? ABML. Nokia, I'm not down really. Like I have 4.2. It's fine. I think it's about 4.1 right now. I mean, personally, you tell me that it's weak, but weak, weak. It's not weak because I want to buy it even if it goes down to 350. So I'm not really worried. Okay. Actually, my portfolio is at all-time highs, so I don't really know what week is. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye-bye.